you want a copy of the minutes again, it is right here, so just come up and grab one if you want one.
Terry, get Dixie one. Get 3. Paper 4.
Here it all. Thanks, Terry.
I got a motion to approve the minutes, you guys need more time? Okay.
I went from auto to on because it wasn't kicking on. So I don't know what it's doing. Has it worked today or earlier today?
We haven't had so many people in here earlier.
Motion approved July.
Tommy makes a motion to approve the July minutes, July 8th minutes. Do I got a second?
I'll second.
A second?
I'll second.
Rick second. All in favor? Unanimous. Citizen comment. The public is invited to address the council. The public is respectfully requested to limit their comments to 5 minutes. The public should identify their name, street, or city, and may address any subject. By state law, the council may not engage in discussion on any matter not listed on the agenda. Anyone? I am shocked, that's awesome. Moving along. Consent agenda. Council is to consider any item on the agenda marked with an asterisk under consent agenda. Any council member can request that a particular item be removed from consent for further discussion. Approve the July 2024 financial report.
Balance sheet, total CD investments is $409,657.17. Total bank assets, total current assets is $1,015,316.96. With total assets of $1,547,489.63. Total credit cards is negative 59.95, and total liability is negative $2,807.49. Total liabilities and equity at $1,547,489.63.
I got a question on under road improvement over here. Y'all listed $2,290 spent this year. Okay, have y'all paid or not paid for having Canoe Circle? pay?
I just got the invoice for that, that is in the checks that y'all will be signing.
Then what?
Check
I
is it?
just got the invoice for that, like 2 days ago. That check is in the checks that they will be signing tonight, that I'll be sending out tomorrow. So it'll show up on next month's report.
Okay, well, I mean, it was $43,000, correct? Okay, so that you spent a total of $45,290 out of that account, which had, I think, a budget of $140,000, so that's about 33% of what was budgeted, correct?
Yes, cause the county hasn't got to the roads.
Huh?
The county hadn't done the other roads that we had
Well,
work to do.
What other roads have you had done?
No, they haven't got to the ones that are, still need to be done from last
But
year.
you haven't paid for those, so that's,
That's why we still have that much money in there.
well, I understand that, but I know Western Chapel was supposed to get done this year, that didn't get done and go out of dry. Let me ask you another question, do you know what your rate, collection rate is on your taxes?
I know what I got in my charts.
Huh? Tax, do you know what your percent of collection on this year?
Are you looking for a total amount? I have a-
No, not total amount, that total amount you've got up there includes not only current year taxes, but also delinquent taxes has been collected this year.
I know we just had that big long talk about public meetings. Can we get back with you on that? And I'll get the secretary to pull that number from you so we can keep the meeting moving
I
forward.
already know what it is, I wanna know if you know.
Why the heck you bother? Tell her already know. Why you asking?
Well, I
You
want
already
to
know.
find out.
Take one thing. You already know.
It's on your monthly report every month that you get from the county tax office.
Moving along, are we gonna approve that?
I'll make a motion to approve the financial report.
Jonathan makes a motion that we approve the financial report. Zach seconds, all in favor? Unanimous, right, Tommy? Yeah. Sorry, I couldn't see you. Did you get that, Molly?
Jonathan made the motion, Zach seconded.
All in favor, everyone was in favor, it's unanimous. Approval of and acting upon authorization to issue payable pending bills, purchase orders, and or payable accounts. Do I got a motion to pay our bills?
Make a motion, we pay our bills.
Rick makes a motion to pay the bills. Do I got a second? Jonathan seconds. All in favor? We are not gonna default. All in favor? Was it?
I need y'all to hold on.
He
one
he
second.
said he's trying to say something.
No, but.
Can I make a suggestion? Maybe y'all need to buy some stand-up fans to circulate.
Yeah.
It's not usually like this. Yeah, there's not, I never know how many people are gonna be here. I think it's just having opening.
I just wondered the last time they changed out the filters, because if you don't change those filters, then they'll do that. Those air conditioners will freeze up if you don't, because there's no air circulating with them.
Hey, Molly, we're gonna start on slide 11. It burns of everything else. So when we go to do the slides, I'm gonna start on slide 11. Are you good for that one, Steve?
Oh, are we doing?
It's a presentation for the mayor's report. I'm gonna be using a laser during part of this, so hopefully I won't burn anyone's eyes out, but I'm gonna be pointing at that screen. I have no idea. Yeah.
It's working now, I feel fine. I put a filler, yeah.
Well, this one back to the back half of the building, everybody is only different.
Yeah,
Well, you get the door open.
Yeah, I'll open the door like this.
So let me get this straight, I could go in the mayor's office and I'd be cool.
Yep.
Hey, hold on, Wesley, you're an AC guy.
We're gonna be.
Yeah, that's what I was just talking with him. I think it's on 2 different zones, so I don't know if something.
Some guy up there wanted to
Like
make
now,
No, that's
so I
fine.
didn't have time to prep it.
Yeah, everything, it's like that one, totally, just,
I do that stuff for a living. Matter of fact, we got a board meeting in the morning at 7:30.
Turn that thermostat up back there and turn this one down, because those things operate, that system was set up to have, feed 2 different
I ended
sections
up
of the
doing,
building.
I ended up doing 2
Okay.
workers' comp
Actually,
claims.
no, go back one real quick, just so everyone understands. We covered that. If it's on the internet, it must be true. Abraham Lincoln said that.
Yeah.
Keep going for it. We covered that with emergency management, covered the park, keep going. Okay, you know what, stop here, real quick. As far as the park goes, I pulled some census data, so just so you guys understand, like, when I make these decisions, I pull all the emotion out of it, and I'm going with facts and data. Now, that being said, if I get bad data in, garbage out. But I can tell you, here's a couple things that I learned about our city. We've got a pretty static population.
Can you close that door again, please?
We've got a pretty static population. Only about 20% of Golson's population comes in or out. Oh, that's, I feel it coming. So, yeah, and so that's basically what I've shown with the census data. Go ahead and go to the next one. The reason that everyone is here and we're talking about the this big tax increase, which isn't really that big when you see it. Number one reason is inflation. Here's the deal. Right now, we are in unprecedented times. We just had an increase in the M2 money supply of 20%. That ballooned it up. The dollar is no longer the petrodollar, which means that it used to be that if you wanted to buy any oil in anywhere in the world, you had to use the US dollar. In the 70s, the dollar was backed by gold. Nixon took us off the gold standard, and put us on the petrodollar, which meant every piece of oil had to be bought with the US dollar. Now you can buy Russian oil. Now you can buy Saudi oil, and you don't have to use the US dollar. That's going to cause more pressure on the US dollar. So these are things that are external factors. We will feel them over the course of this year, even if they lower interest rates. The other thing, BRICS, you know, this stuff that I put into this budget, this isn't politics, this is actually economics. I know some people have said, oh, well, it's politics in there. It's not, this is
rhetoric.
economics. BRICS adopting their own financial standards means they're not going to be using the US dollar. And again, that's going to put more downward pressure on the US dollar. I don't mean to be a killjoy, but it made me think of that scene in Pulp Fiction, if you guys have seen it, where John Travolta's like, I gotta know what a $5 milkshake tastes like. It's Spacebar. Nope. Here's my joke. Sonic. It tastes like Sonic. I was just at Sonic and I got a $5 milkshake. What I'm asking of Golson, look at the headlines. Everyone in Texas is raising their taxes. We're only talking about the city taxes.
No, they're
Look at
not.
the Texas Tribune. All of them are raising taxes. Proposed budget. Everyone's raising taxes. And if you look at those headlines, the majority of the cities around here are raising taxes. It is what it is. And they're all doing it for the same reason. If you read the articles there, if you'd like, Melissa, I can give you copies of those afterwards. But it's
Well,
inflation.
I know for a fact and stuff like Waco and stuff, they're going down on theirs.
Okay. Well,
That's a fact. And I know like our school district that I work at, we have a I understand that, but they
this is American
function the
football. I
same.
want you have your public. I'm not trying to be a jerk, but you have your
That's
time in
okay.
public.
That's okay, Eddie. We know.
Yeah.
We understand.
Everybody take a look at there. Look at some of these proposed budgets. Okay. We're at 0.045. If you look at some of the rates that are in there, I know some of these are bigger cities, right? We're so far below the curve, it's not even funny. We're like the lowest in McLennan County. Even if we double our tax rate, we're still the lowest in McLennan County. That's how far outside the curve we are.
What's that got to do with going up or down on taxes compared to other cities?
Next slide.
I know, but they don't even use
Okay,
what they
this is my red
promise.
pill moment when I went to
We don't
CML
have no
training.
services.
Guys, this is pretty cut and dry. That's the slide straight from TML, right? So ballpark, a healthy city should have about 41% of their income should be from property taxes. That chart on the bottom is Golson, that's where we're at. Can you guys see that? We're 22%. We're so far out of whack that that's not healthy. That's just not how cities are supposed to operate. That's TML, Melissa.
You, why are you so pointing me out? What's up with that?
You keep looking at me.
Well, not on purpose, trust me. That's not, you know, I mean, it is what it is.
Okay, here's the thing, guys. This Golson money that everyone's talking about, this money's going to roads, emergency prepping, trees, ditches. This is all local money. It's staying here. It's not going to Ukraine. It's not going to Israel.
So
It's
what
not going to
services are you gonna give us for it?
You had your public comment.
No, I just asked.
Yeah.
You keep
Please
pointing
don't
me
interrupt
out.
again. It's not going to some DC bureaucrat. This is all stuff that's staying local. Next slide. There is the big tax rate that everyone is so upset about. So if you kind of look at that, if you know what the valuation of your house is, that's going to show you what your old rate was and what your new rate was. Next slide.
Molly, can you go back to us? I want to picture that.
Oh, I can. Who wanted the picture? I can give it to you.
I can email out the slides if you would like to.
Yeah. I.
If you
So.
see me after the meeting or send me an email, I can also post it on the website.
Can you get that video goal something off? Okay, so here's an example, the donated land that we just got. The Golson City tax for that donated land that we were just talking about earlier is $2.28. That's the taxable amount that we're talking about doubling. It's not your county tax, it's not the ISD tax, it's just the city tax. We've had people online stirring up a revolution.
I'm one of them. Just so you know.
I'm gonna tell you, 8 of the people that I've seen consistently posting, 4 of them don't even live in Golson. Of the 4 that live in Golson, 3 of them pay 0 taxes. Of the one that does pay taxes, it's $14.
How much do you pay?
I pay $2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me, since you brought up this, Eddie, I've already figured out what my taxes are gonna be next year, okay? I paid $64.85 this past year, okay? Because of the homestead exemption that got put in and some other things. My taxes next year are gonna be $138. That's
So
more
about
than
$10 a
double.
month.
I don't care, let's
The
forget
city of
this.
Golson,
It's I'm on a fixed income.
Here's what I'm hearing. I hear people say, oh, my taxes are doubling. That's one way of phrasing it. You know, another way of phrasing it is, my city isn't worth it. That's what I hear. My city's not worth it.
We don't get
The
any
city of Golson,
services. What services do we get?
Road maintenance,
Road maintenance? Road maintenance?
Been busted for a while, a
Mm.
couple years back when it was a different mayor, when we asked to have it fixed, they said they didn't have enough money in the budget for it.
Well, we've got Wesley,
I've been in 90 days.
Wesley, no, I'm not talking to you. Wesley Chapel and stuff was supposed to be done.
I
It
gotta find
wasn't.
this up. This is the mayor's
Well, he's
report.
only been here 90 days. So
Yeah,
hopefully
90
That's
with the increase,
neither here
we're
nor
gonna
there.
get to see it done.
Yeah, this is the last
That's
slide.
neither here nor there.
And people, everyone out here, I want you to ask, some of the stuff that you're hearing, I want you to ask, is this reasonable? Knowing that I'm 90 days in, are some of these things that are being thrown out, is it reasonable? I need that last slide, because that's the COVID money.
I will post it on the website. And if everyone
Just back up.
I don't want you to see this stuff.
Why does the revenue, the tax revenue go went down from 22 to 23 by $18,000.
Yes. Everyone's waiting for that last slide. That was a good one. Okay, I'll send the last one
Homestead
out,
exemption went in.
but I know there were people that said, you know, it was said, oh, the city wasn't coasting on COVID funds. The last slide I'm gonna show that we had a $90,000 deficit. So there was $90,000 worth of COVID funds that were spent that aren't accessible, and they're not gonna be accessible to me, just so everybody knows. So, that is the end of the mayor's report. City secretary's report.